Today, you're going to learn 3 things that I learned from Dr. Joe Dispenza's workshop. If you don't know who Dr. Joe Dispenza is, do you remember the movie The Secret, where manifestation and law of attraction became famous? The movie called The Secret? I hope you know about it. In that book, one of the best coaches is known as Dr. Joe Dispenza. And he delivers a huge 7 days workshop. And the reason I'm using the word huge, because when I attended his workshop, there were 2,000 people over there. In this 7 days retreat, he taught me such amazing things. I was blown away by it. It's difficult to summarize everything from his workshop in just 5 minutes, but that is why I made 5-part videos. Every day after the workshop I was attending over there from US, at the end of the day, I used to meet my platinum members and give them a download of what I was learning every single day. I've given you those videos on YouTube as well. If you want to have access to that, below this video in the description, you'll find those 5-part videos also. Today, I'm going to try and summarize my 3 best learnings that I had from Dr. Joe Dispenza's workshop. Ready? Let's go. Those of you who don't know me, my name is Mitesh Khatri. I and my wife Indu Khatri, we are law of attraction coaches and national best-selling authors of this book, The Law of Attraction. The first thing that I learned from Dr. Joe Dispenza's workshop was something brand new, something that I had not understood the way he explained before. And that is the difference between 3D world, 4D world, and the 5D world. Surprised, right? Even I was surprised when I heard about it. So he explained to me that as per physics, as per science, you and I are living in the 3-dimension world. The 3-dimension world is where you and I are able to experience life around us in logic, space, and time. So there's a logic about how things work. There's space around us, and we move in that space through time. So if I want to go through point A to point B, logically speaking, I will have to cross that space in a certain amount of time. So it may take 10 minutes, it may take 20 minutes, depending on the distance, correct? Just like that, in the logical world, if you want to make money, there's a logic. There's a certain amount of time that it will take. There's a certain amount of distance that we will have to cover. There's a certain amount of work that we will have to do to make money. In relationships, we'll have to meet certain people, we'll have to have certain interactions. So you see, logically, you'll have to do certain things in time to achieve certain goals in relationships, correct? Now, this he explained is called as the 3-dimension world or the 3D world. But then he also explained to us something amazing called as the 4-dimension world. The 4-dimension world is a higher frequency where people like you and I don't generally reach there in our normal brain waves. But if you get to the 4-dimension world, the 4D world, over there, the frequency is so high. There's no logic, there's no space, there's no time. It's more like, if I had to give you a metaphor, like an example, when you go beyond the earth, you suddenly cross the atmosphere of earth. So now you are out of gravity. So the laws of gravity don't apply to you anymore. I have recently heard that Elon Musk is now inventing a new aircraft, which is a supersonic aircraft. Now, I hope you remember many years ago, there was a supersonic aircraft, but it flopped because it had an accident. Technology was not ready at that time. Now, Elon Musk today has invented a new aircraft, a supersonic aircraft, using which he says, if this is the Earth, and if you go beyond the Earth atmosphere and you fly above it and you go away from the law of gravity. So if you're no more bound and you're no more limited by gravity, you can actually cross the distance of Earth from one point to another in literally just half an hour. So an example can be, imagine right now going from India to US in one flight takes approximately 18 to 19 hours, depending on which city you fly from. Now, Elon Musk is saying, if you use the right technology, you could cross that going beyond the Earth in just half an hour. You could reach US. 17 hours of journey can be now experienced in just 30 minutes. Wouldn't that be amazing? But to do that, can we continue flying in the law of gravity limitations? No, we cannot. Now, that is the example that Dr. Joe Dispenza was talking about. He said, living in this Earth atmosphere, living in this 3-dimension world, you can achieve success, but it will take time. जो लोग normal मेहनत कर रहे हैं, उतनी ही करनी पड़ेगी. You'll have to work hard, you'll have to go through the logic and time and space in life and then achieve success. But in the world of 4D, which in my language, I call it the world of manifestation, the world of law of attraction. If you want to achieve success, use the 4D world or live in the 4D world. In the 4D world, you can achieve success without logic, without space, without time. And he showed us scientific proof that how, when you go beyond a certain frequency in the universe, you can literally cross space and time at lightning speed. Now, in the 4D world, our thoughts have superpowers. Our emotions have superpowers. We can manifest things really, really fast in the 4D world. Now, how to do that is something that I have been learning and mastering for the last 20 years. But in Dr. Joe Dispenza's program, I learned another technique which I started mastering now. And that's the second thing that I learned from Dr. Joe Dispenza's workshop. But before that, do you like this first thing that I learned? The difference between 3D and 4D world? Tell me in the comment section if you heard about this before. And if it was completely new to you, tell me the word wow in the comment section before, right now. Okay. Now, along with the 4D world, he also told me about the 5D world. The difference in the 5D world was that in the 4D world, there is no logic, there's no space, there's no time. Okay. Which means in one moment, you can be nowhere. So you can be nobody, nothing, nowhere, at no space at all. And that is why you can travel from one point to another at supersonic speeds. You can manifest anything at supersonic speeds. But the 5D world, he says, is where you're omnipresent. Omnipresent means you are all, you are everyone, you are everything, and you are everywhere, every time. In Bhagavad Gita, this is called God. Correct? Basically, what is God? God is omnipresent, which is God is all the time, all everywhere. That's the 5D world. And he says, if you do certain techniques, you can actually reach the 5D world also. So people like Gautam Buddha, they have reached the 5D world. And that is what I think in mythological books is also called as enlightenment or nirvana. Some people call it something else. The point is, this in scientific language today has a vocabulary called as the 5D world. Amazing, right? This is what I learned at Dr. Joe Dispenza's workshop. The second thing I learned was how to travel from the 3D to the 4D to the 5D world using an amazing tool called meditation. Now you'll say, Mitesh, isme kya naya hai? Oh, it was mind-blowing. This was not the normal meditation. Normal meditation is you close your eyes, you remain in silence, you focus on your breathing, or little different type of meditations, right? Now, the meditation that I learned from Dr. Joe Dispenza is scientific to the core, which means that he taught us that if you meditate in a particular way, you can activate something in your brain called as the pineal gland. And if you activate the pineal gland in your brain, this is the same what is called in yoga or what is called as Hindu scriptures as your third eye. And also in yoga called as Kundalini awakening. So you can actually have a Kundalini awakening experience if you activate your third eye. Now in India, we have learned that through meditation, if you understand Kundalini awakening, it can come through you only through gurus. Only mentors can give you that kind of knowledge and experience, which is true to quite an extent because not everybody knows how to do it. But the problem with Kundalini awakening and the third eye activation is, one, finding the right guru. Second, it is not necessary that if the guru took 5 years to get Kundalini awakening, he can give it to you in 1 year. Maybe you'll take 10 years. It may take 10 years. For some people, it may literally take 1 day. For some people, it may literally take 20 years. So when can it happen? No idea. You keep meditating, you keep meditating, you keep meditating. But Dr. Joe Dispenza, what he realized was through scientific instruments, he started scanning the brains of those people who were meditating and getting a Kundalini experience. And while people were getting the Kundalini experience, he was scanning their brain and checking that which part of the brain was getting activated. So through EEG machines and brain scans and sophisticated machines, he scanned and he found out which brain part was getting activated. And he found out that was the pineal gland getting activated. He showed us scans, he showed us proof over there on screen. And then he showed us something amazing. He said, through research, he found out that if you do certain type of meditation, you can replicate that pineal gland activation in few minutes. Yeah, it doesn't have to take 5 years of meditation. You can literally do it in one meditation session if you perfect that technique of meditation. I learned it over there. I experienced it. It was mind-blowing. And when I'm saying mind-blowing, I'm telling you, I cannot define it enough. I had angelic experiences. I've heard about people who have channeling experiences as if some higher being is talking to them. I'd heard about that. I believe in it, but I only heard about it. This was the first time I experienced talking to angels, talking to beings who are not from this earthly plane. I experienced going to the 4D world where I became nobody. I became nothing. I was nowhere. I actually couldn't feel my body in certain points. And I started experiencing and mastering that technique with him. So I went to US twice for Dr. Joe Dispenza's workshop. In fact, I'm going one more time in April because I realized this is something, once I get it, I can master my life. And I saw that learning this technique, once you activate your pineal gland, he taught us something amazing. This is the third thing I learned from him. That if you vibrate at a very high brainwave frequency, activating your pineal gland, your body and your brain completely and your aura can go at levels of frequency which can heal your body at magical speed. If you really think about it, what is body? Body is cells, neutrons, protons, energy is in our cells, right? So it's all vibrations. So health is positive vibrations, sickness is negative vibrations. Now what I learned was, and I learned it with amazing science with him, that if you could meditate in the right way, you could vibrate at such high frequencies that you could start vibrating at super health frequency. And your body goes into healing mechanism immediately. And what I saw over there was just crazy. I saw cancer disappearing, not for one, not for two, but for like 10 people. I saw cancer just disappeared for them in 7 days. I saw people getting out of their wheelchair and walking in 7 days. People who had not walked for 10 years, I'm talking about that. I remember there was this guy who had served in the military, and due to some accident in his spinal cord, he had gone paralytic in his entire lower body. And he was in a wheelchair over there. For many years, he couldn't walk. Stood up, started walking. And Dr. Joe explained to us that it is because when he was meditating and his brain waves went into that 4D world and he started vibrating at gamma frequency, at very high frequencies, his body goes into healing mechanism and gives you the kind of healing power that always was within us. We had not activated it. Now, if you really think about it, even doctors say that our immune system is the best medicine in the world. If you activate your immune system can heal you with anything. That is why you'll observe some people can heal their cancer with medicine also. But some people, even with medicine, are not able to heal themselves. Why? Because the medicine is not working on them, because their immune system is not fully activated, because their emotional frequency is not supporting it. So I learned how to do that. That was the third thing I learned about super magical healing experiences. I came back, I started practicing that with my platinum members, and believe it or not, we started seeing magical results in our platinum members, where I remember there was this one lady in platinum, her name is Vijay Lakshmi. She had an optical nerve damage in her right eye. For more than 2 years, her right eye so the nerve had damaged and bursted, and there was blood flowing from there to her eyes. So eyes were red, visibility of eyes was just about 90% in her right eye. So only 10% she could really see. 90% was blur. So she started doing this meditation with me, and in one session, the blood got cleared by 50%. In the second meditation that we did with her, 70% cleared. In the third meditation, she was able to clearly see through her right eye without specs. It was amazing. Now, these are the kind of magical experiences that I'm getting by learning these meditation experiences with Dr. Joe Dispenza. Would you also like to be part of our Platinum community where we practice these kind of things? I go all over the world and I make sure that I get the best knowledge in the world to my Platinum members. Whatever I have learned in the last 20 years of my life, I impart that to my Platinum members with the commitment of helping them achieve 10 years of success in 1 year. If you want to be part of this magical community, I would like to invite you for the introduction of what Platinum membership is, how we can help you achieve 10 years of success in 1 year, how being part of Platinum can help you have amazing quality of friends. Believe me, right now, we don't have great quality of friends. What I mean by that is, right now, if you call your friends with some problems of your life, they listen to you, but not all of them has the ability to heal you right now. Imagine having access to 1,000 Platinum members who could heal you. Imagine 10 o'clock at night, you're feeling low. You could call somebody and say, guys, I'm feeling low. Can somebody help me? And suddenly 20 Platinum members are here to support you. That is what I'm inviting you for. Want to know more about it? In the description below this video, there's a link. Quickly click on it, register now, and see me in the introduction of Platinum membership. I will show you how we can together achieve 10 years of success in 1 year. Okay? See you soon in my next video.